Hello everybody, hello, welcome back to the Dugout Football channel where it is time for the final match week of the season, match week 38 of the 2020-21 Scottish Premiership season. Yes, we have arrived at the final match week. And I've just got to apologise that the lack of videos recently. Obviously, a lot has been going on, and obviously I've not had the time to, make these. So what I will do is I'll go through the top scorers from match week 35 to match week 37, okay? So match week 35, the top scorer was Andrew Patterson with 10 points. Match week 36 was Ballum with 5 points. And then match week 37, let's just see how everyone did in match week 37, shall we? Match week 37, I got 2 points, no perfect scores. Only outcomes I got were Livingston Rangers. I said a 1-0 win to Rangers, and I said a 2-1 win to Celtic. Rangers won 3-0, and Celtic won 4-0. So there we go. I only got 2 points. Top scorers. There was a three-way tie in match week 37. We had Chris Welsh, Sportcat 1, and Shane O'Donnell on 6 points. So very, very well done to the three of you. Now, so what's been decided? Well, champions obviously are Rangers. Hibs have now got third place. And now there is Livingston and St Johnstone decide who finishes 5th and 6th. So that's another one. Who finishes best of the rest as well in the Scottish Premiership, because Motherwell occupy that spot at the moment. And it's all about who goes down. Now, Hamilton need an absolute miracle against Kilmarnock. They need to beat Kilmarnock by 9 clear goals, and then they will stay up on goal difference. If Kilmarnock win, Hamilton are relegated. So Hamilton are facing an absolute miracle to survive. Then it's all about if Ross County can get something at Motherwell, then it would also mean that Ross County would stay in the division, and then it would be Kilmarnock in this playoff spot. So let's see what happens in these games. So match week 38 starts with a very interesting game. It's Hibs against Celtic. Look, I mean, Hibs, very well done to Hibs, getting third place. I think that's the first time since 2004-2005 season that they've finished third. It's been a long time coming, but they've thoroughly deserved it this season. They've been very, very good, Hibs. Christian Doidge, great goal against Aberdeen as well. And you know what, Hibs, who knows? Who knows what they can do in Europe next season? They could easily do very, very well, I think. Celtic, been a rotten season for Celtic, but obviously a 4-0 win over St Johnstone to finish the season at Parkhead. Look, I think that's a great, great win. Scott Brown, I feel very sorry for him that he's not. I feel very, very sorry that he's actually not been able to, have a bit of a send-off from his, Celtic fans. Obviously, he's going to Aberdeen next season to be as part of, I think it's Stephen Glass's backroom staff and as a player as well. So Celtic are losing an influential player, in my opinion. They're losing a very, very influential captain, and I think he's been a very, very good player over the years for Celtic. So Scott Brown bowing out as a Celtic player at Easter Road. Should be a very interesting game. Both sides, well, it's the last games of the season, so anything can happen. I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I'm going for Hibs 2, Celtic 2. I think Hibs will get a point off Celtic as well. Rangers against Aberdeen now. Rangers 3-0 winners over Livingston last night. Very, very well impressed with Rangers. Yeah, you could say, Yanis Hadji was absolutely cleaned out by Max Striek. Yes, people can say, it was a bit of a debatable decision, but, if you clean somebody out like that, it is a definite penalty. And then, Kent got the second, and then Yanis Hadji getting the third as well. Look, I think Rangers have been absolutely superb this season, and 1 point or 3 points, it'll be an unbeaten season. Will it be 100 points or will it be 102 points? It could be a very interesting one. But Aberdeen, I've got a very poor record at Ibrox, got a very poor record against Rangers altogether anyway. But Aberdeen, yeah, I mean, it'd been a bit of a... I mean, they are finishing fourth. Livingston and St Johnstone can't catch them now, which is very, very interesting. But you know what? Rangers have been terrific. Aberdeen, they did get rid of Derek McInnes. I think Stephen Glass, if he gets his, if he gets his own players in, I think he'll do well. I think he will do well. So we shall see what happens. But for this one, I am going to go for Rangers to get the 100 points. I'm going to go for them to get 102 points in the league. Rangers 2, Aberdeen 0. And that would mean Rangers unbeaten for the whole season long. Yes, they are 4 points off, I think, Celtic's record of 106 points. But you have to say, Rangers have been the best team by far. They've been fantastic all season. So I'm going Rangers 2, Aberdeen 0. And now the battle to finish 5th and 6th. Well, goal difference is what separates St Johnstone and Livingston at this moment in time. St Johnstone are in a bit of a crisis. They have a bit of a COVID crisis, unfortunately. Obviously, they've had to call in Zdeněk Šlamal in goal, because I do believe that Elliot Parish and Xander Clark, I think, are possibly two of the players that are self-isolating, so it's not come at the best time for St Johnstone. So, yeah, I mean, 4-0 defeat to Celtic. I think if you can only get 4 substitutes on the bench, I think it's going to be something that is a big, big problem for them. But St Johnstone, been a cracking season. You just hope that this COVID outbreak just, comes just at probably the wrong time, because they do have the Scottish Cup final coming up against Hibernian next week. It'll be a really interesting one. A very interesting game, that one. St Johnstone have already beaten Hibs at Hampden Park already, so it'll be very interesting. But Livingston, yeah, it's been a bit of a disappointing last 4 games. I mean, the season has kind of petered out a little bit, but what you can say, it is another very good season for Livingston Football Club to finish. My prediction will probably tell you where they're going to finish anyway. But what I will say, I think it's been a very, very good season. Didn't start very, very well. We were 10th but when Gary Holt left us, and then David Martindale comes in. We go on this magnificent 14-match unbeaten run as well. It was a very, very good run as well. And you know what? There have been some very, very good players this season. J. Emmanuel Thomas, he will be leaving at the end of the season, sadly. He has had a few offers from, I think it's Asia. So, yeah, that's a problem, because I think he would have been a very good fit for Livingston. I really, really do. I think he would have been a very good striker to go ahead. Scott Robinson, has played his part. He hasn't been playing recently. I think he's going to leave the club. As well. But you know what? John Guthrie, there are a very, very good few players for Livingston this season. And, it's been a very, very good season for them. So, because of obviously St Johnstone's outbreak, I am going to go for a 1-1 draw. So that would mean St Johnstone would finish 5th and Livingston would finish where I predicted them to finish, 6th. I think Livingston will finish 6th. So I'm going St Johnstone 1, Livingston 1. So that takes care of the top 6 games on Saturday at 12:30, I do believe. So the games on Sunday are now the relegation candidates for sure. So we've got Hamilton against Kilmarnock. Well, Hamilton need an absolute miracle. They lost 2-1 against Ross County last night, which was a damaging defeat. It now means that they need to beat Kilmarnock by 9 clear goals to basically get that playoff spot. I don't see it happening, unfortunately. I really don't see it happening, unfortunately. Look, what I will say, Hamilton have been an absolute breath of fresh air, you would have to say, in this league, because 7 years, surviving almost a lot, surviving so much as well. I think they've been fantastic. They're really, really good. Look, it's gonna be very, very tricky anyway. That is what I will say. But Hamilton, you know what? It'll be a bit of a bittersweet moment if they do go down. You know what? They've been surviving like this for the last... They always have a bit of momentum with this, end of season, but unfortunately it just looks like it's come at the wrong time for them. But look, Hamilton, you know what? 7 years in the Premiership, fantastic, really, really good, and hopefully they will be back. They will be back, I'm sure. Kilmarnock, well, that just kind of sums up your season. 2-0 up against St Mirren, goes back to 2-2. Kilmarnock go and get 3-2, and then 3-3. Yeah, very, very strange. Very, very strange. Just cannot keep a lead. Cannot keep a lead to save themselves. But I will say this now. I think they have been, well, I wouldn't say they've been great, but it'd be interesting. Be very, very interesting. I'm going to say this now. I do think Kilmarnock will go to Hamilton and win. So Kilmarnock have got a better goal difference than they have got a better goal difference than Ross County. So I'm going to go for them to beat Hamilton by 2-0. I think Kilmarnock will win this one, and it'll be interesting to see where they will go. Motherwell against Ross County now. This is a big, big game for Ross County as well. Motherwell looking to finish best of the rest. You know, it has been a bit of a difficult season. Stephen Robinson has actually, he did go. I think there were a lot of rumours about his future anyway. But to be fair, Motherwell, they will be back. They will be back next season. I fully expect them to have a better season next season. I think with new management and Graham Alexander, I think Graham Alexander's actually done a very good job. I think he has done a very good job as well. So Motherwell, trying to finish best of the rest, even with a win, and it does that. It does that as well. Ross County, good win against Hamilton last night. Very, very impressive, but job not done yet. They definitely need to pick up something against Motherwell. Otherwise, Kilmarnock will leapfrog them and Ross County will finish in that playoff spot. Now, as we speak, Dundee have beaten Rafe by 3-0 in the first leg, so it's looking like it could be Dundee. So that'll be a very interesting game, the playoff, for sure. So I'm going to look forward to obviously watching that second leg for sure. So this is going to be a really, really nervy afternoon for Ross County, for Hamilton, for Kilmarnock. Big, big afternoon. So I'm going to go for Motherwell to beat Ross County. So that would mean Ross County would slip into the playoff spot. They would slip into the playoff spot. I'm going Motherwell 2, Ross County 1. I think Motherwell will beat Ross County, and there we go. And the final game of the 2020-21 Premiership season is St Mirren against Dundee United. St Mirren have had a fabulous season. Very, very unlucky not to finish top 6. They slipped out at the very last minute against St Johnstone. St Johnstone managed to, pip them to get them. But it's been another great season for St Mirren. You have to say they've had a very, very good run. Cup semi-final against Livingston. They did lose that one. League Cup, sorry, I should say. They beat Rangers. They beat Rangers as well. So they've had a cracking season. Jim Goodwin's done a very good job there as well. And you would expect them to, have a better season next season. Dundee United, again, they've had a good season. They've had a very good season to, come back up and manage to survive pretty comfortably. They'll look to, look at a top 6 finish next season. I think that's definite. They'll look to obviously survive as well. I can't really separate these two. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between the sides. I think it'll be a very, very close one between the sides. St Mirren 1, Dundee United 1. And that does it. That does it for the 2020-21 Scottish Premiership season. As always, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. And like Chris Welsh, Sportcat1 and Shane O'Donnell, you will get a shout out in the next video. So I will go for my predictions very, very quickly as well. So we've got Hibs 2, Celtic 2, Rangers 2, Aberdeen 0. St Johnstone 1, Livingston 1, Hamilton 0, Kilmarnock 2, Motherwell 2, Ross County 1, and St Mirren 1, Dundee United 1. So that is it. That is Matchweek 38 done and dusted. As I have said, leave predictions in the comment section down below, and we shall see what happens on the final weekend of the 2020-21 Scottish Premiership season. It has been a joy. It's been a joy to do these predictions again, and obviously I'll be back with these. I'll be back with these next season. So a bit lots to still be decided. We shall see what happens as well. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye for now. Enjoy your Scottish Premiership. final weekend. See you later. Bye bye.